Hi, welcome to Bookey, which unlock big ideas from world bestsellers in audio, text, and mind map. Please download Bookey at Apple Store or Google Play with more features. Get your free mind snack now. Today we will unlock the book The Road to Financial Freedom. Financial freedom has long been the ultimate dream of many. After achieving financial freedom, you can quit a job you don't like, choose a career you love, and even travel around the world without working. For most people, the biggest obstacle to living the life of their dreams is the lack of money. Moreover, once you experience a financial crisis, you realize just how important money is. So, how can we overcome our financial difficulties and not let money control our lives, but instead make it our helper? In this Bookey, we will share with you a practical set of personal wealth management methods to help you improve your financial situation, realize financial protection and security, and even achieve financial freedom. Once you've achieved financial freedom, you'll be better able to fully tap into your potential, while living a free and independent life. After its publication in Germany, this book was hugely successful and was once the #1 bestseller of the year. Since then, it has been translated into more than 30 languages and sold worldwide. Many people have made remarkable progress in their personal wealth management through applying the investment and financial ideas and strategies introduced in this book. The author of this book is the German financial master Bodo Schaefer. He was born in Cologne, Germany in 1960, and then immigrated to the United States at the age of 16, where he lived and traveled alone. After turning 26, he unfortunately experienced a financial crisis and fell into debt. 4 years later, not only did he emerge from this crisis, but he also established multiple companies, and through his investments, became a renowned European billionaire known as the Chief Wealth Management Master of Europe. Subsequently, he committed himself to giving lectures around the world and sharing his financial knowledge with the public, hoping more people could lead a happy life by achieving financial freedom. Besides the book The Road to Financial Freedom, he also wrote other best-selling books, such as The Winner's Laws and Kira and a Dog Named Money. Bodo Schaefer has changed the common concepts of financial management through practical investment ideas and wealth management strategies, guiding readers around the world to attain financial freedom. In this Bookey, we will summarize the essence of this book to you in the following 3 parts. Part 1, the basic prerequisites for wealth management. Part 2, how to develop financial plans. Part 3, how to improve your financial situation. Let's look at Part 1, the basic prerequisites for wealth management. It includes taking responsibility, making comprehensive changes, and changing your concept of money and wealth. Many people are discontented with their financial situation, mainly because they shirk their responsibilities when it comes to accumulating wealth. For this, they usually give the following 3 excuses: blame their genes, blame their parents, or blame the physical environment. For example, you may often hear people around you say, "I'm naturally bad with numbers, my parents are not financially aware, there are currently no good investment opportunities," and so on. We may indeed be incapable of influencing certain events, but we can still decide how to respond to them. In other words, taking responsibility is to broaden our sphere of control. It may be a bit difficult to understand, so let's take a deeper look. Schaefer referred to all things that affect us, as well as all things we deem important and interesting, as our personal universe. Whereas all things that we can directly control and influence are called our sphere of control. For example, let's say a stranger crashes into your car. As this matter involves you, it certainly was in your personal universe, but as it was out of your control, it wasn't in your sphere of control. We can imagine 2 concentric circles in our minds. The outer circle is our personal universe, with the inner one being our sphere of control. The more responsibilities we undertake, the larger the scope of our sphere of control will be, and the more positively we can influence our situation. Using this concept, we can even accumulate wealth when we broaden this sphere of control. In order to broaden our sphere of control, in his book, Schaefer proposed 4 methods. The first one is to leave our comfort zone. As we keep trying new things and face new challenges, our sphere of control expands, and we grow. The second one is to make a list of problems. Problems exist because they are within our personal universe, but outside our sphere of control. This also means that every problem represents opportunities for our growth. The third one is to ask the right questions. In fact, we are always in a continuous conversation with ourselves, and our brain continues to ask questions that we must answer. Therefore, good actions start with the right questions. We should often ask ourselves questions that can help us find solutions, such as how would I be able to do this? What can I do? And what opportunities will I have? Such questions can help us expand our sphere of control. On the other hand, questions like can I make it, why, and who is to blame will make us push our thoughts into a negative direction, as we are looking for excuses. The fourth one is to enlarge our personal universe. When more and more things are of interest to us, they naturally also become important to us. The more we want to control things in our own way, the more we will invisibly broaden our sphere of control, and the more influence we will exert over them. Through these 4 methods, we can broaden our sphere of control and take responsibility for the accumulation of our wealth. After taking responsibility, we also need to make other changes. This leads us to the second prerequisite we'll discuss: comprehensive changes. Schaefer points out that the miracle of wealth occurs on 5 levels. Only when adjustments take place at all 5 levels can truly substantial changes occur. The first level is to take action. When we acknowledge our dissatisfaction with the current situation, then we can decide to take the first step towards change. In level 2, you must not only act, but also ensure the actions you take are oriented towards problem solving. For instance, though some people work hard or work overtime, they still find out that they don't have enough money at the end of the month. This sort of bewilderment and disorganization in respect to our finances is not effective. So, how can we improve results and work more proficiently? This will be explained more concretely with detailed techniques later on. Level 3 is to structure our lives according to our goals. Applying certain techniques help us to a certain extent, but if we want to be more successful, this is not enough. It is essential to set a reasonable goal and invest time. Schaefer suggests readers to aim and reshape our lives according to a role model or people we admire. Level 4 is to reconsider how you view the world. Our worldview is like a pair of colored glasses. People perceive different realities through different pairs of them. For example, some may recognize money as a tool that incurs greed and war. In such case, Schaefer points out that if we want to accumulate wealth, we need a new pair of glasses. We can see money as a way to help build hospitals, alleviate famine, and improve living conditions, which can allow us and others lead happier lives. Level 5 is to modify our perception of ourselves. The perception we have of ourselves will eventually become a self-fulfilling prophecy. For instance, if a salesperson considers himself a seller, then he must proactively solicit customers. If he deems himself to be an expert, then customers will come and seek his advice. We can see that different self-perceptions can produce different effects. Schaefer tells us that only by making decisive changes at these 5 levels can we realize the profound changes that we need. Among the 5 levels of change, Schaefer believes that the most important one is to change our worldview. There are some people who do not become rich because their attitude towards money and wealth prevents them from accumulating wealth. Therefore, we need to change our ideas and concepts, which is the third basic prerequisite of wealth management that we will discuss next. Schaefer points out that the gap between the rich and poor is at a deeper level due to the different feelings we hold about money and wealth. These so-called true feelings refer to our subconscious opinions about money. We've all had the experience in life of failing to achieve our goals, such as planning to lose weight, but not sticking to it after a few days, or wanting to save money, but still withdrawing funds from our bank accounts. What makes us fail to achieve our goals? Schaefer believes that a higher force deep in our hearts overrides our plans and intentions. This higher force is our subconscious. Although we often hope that we can have a lot of money, our feelings and perception of money are likely very negative. For example, people may feel that money is dirty, that wealth increases loneliness, that making a fortune requires a harsh and inconsiderate attitude, or that being rich is predestined. It is these views that prevent us from achieving our wealth goals. So, are these thoughts objectively true? Schaefer believes that we might need to change our inherent beliefs about money. Think about it carefully. Where did your opinions and perceptions about money come from? Were the people who instilled these ideas in you head rich? Were they set out of good intentions? Additionally, let's imagine there is a table. The tabletop is your opinion of money, and the 4 table legs are the experiences that support this opinion. Written on the table is your past concept of money, believing that money depraves people. And as the table legs, you have found 4 or more cases to support this opinion. Next, let's erase the past concepts and write a new belief on the tabletop, that money does good. Then, you will also find many cases supporting this opinion. For example, Bill Gates is wealthy. As of 2018, his charity donations have reached $36 billion in total. This is a case that proves that money can do good. Similarly, many people have established foundations and donated money in order to help people in need. In this way, we can change our negative concepts about money and develop a more realistic and positive view of it. On the topic of how to change our concepts of money and wealth, we have summarized the book Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, Mastering the Inner Game of Wealth in another Bookey. We recommend it to you for further comprehension of this topic. Above is the content for Part 1, the basic prerequisites for wealth management. The first prerequisite is to take responsibility. It requires us to broaden our sphere of control in 4 ways, namely to leave our comfort zone, to list our problems, to ask the right questions, and to broaden our personal universe. The second prerequisite is to make comprehensive changes. Through taking actions, aiming to overcome difficulties, shaping our life according to our goals, and changing our worldview and self-perception, we can realize truly influential changes in our life. The third prerequisite is to change our concepts about money and wealth. The deeper reason for the existence of the gap between the rich and the poor is the difference in their ideas of money and wealth. Therefore, we should establish a more positive view of money. Today we are just sharing limited content. To unlock more key insights of world-class bestseller, please download our app. Just search for Bookey at Apple Store or Google Play. Get your free mind snack now.